This is ESPN Rivalry Week, presented by Samsung Mobile.
Cal Golden Bears home for the first time in 3 weeks, coming off 2 consecutive road losses. And as we get set to start the second half, the home team on top by 7 over Stanford. And Stanford kicking in that field goal to close out the first half to get their first points of this 111th edition of the big game. And Stanford will receive the second half kick. Jeremy Stewart, Anthony Kimball back deep to receive for Stanford. Again, this is a game that Stanford must win to become bowl eligible. Not too many teams from the Pac-10 are bowl eligible right now. Just 5. That one will go out of bounds. Not a good start for Cal.
Well, that's not you field position right away, and the way Stanford has been able to move the ball up and down the field, certainly they don't need any help by a poor kickoff. Lack of concentration on contact.
Kickoff out of bounds. Kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 40-yard line. First down.
So Stanford will get this at the 40-yard line. Rob Stone, Chris Spielman back here with you. And Stanford, only 4 offensive drives. Very impressive, but not the conclusion. Punt, missed field goal, fumble deep, and then finally that field goal.
Well, and Jim Harbaugh told Jessica this going off at halftime. He said, we got to become more consistent. We're running the ball well, we're throwing the ball well, but what aren't we doing? They're not finishing when they get the ball in the red zone.
36 plays for 243 yards of total offense. And this one is picked on the first play of their second half. Eddie Young with the interception, second turnover of the game for Stanford. They had all this momentum, Chris, going into the locker room with that field goal. Great first half offensively. They had the kick in the second half, and they cough it right up.
Well, Eddie Young, again, in his zone drop. You see him right there getting depth, dropping out of your screen. He will come back into your screen, number 9. Just a poorly thrown ball by Pritchard. You don't need to make that throw across your body. Go ahead and eat it or throw it in the dirt. Don't try to make the tough throw when you don't need to make the tough throw.
19th interception of the season for Cal, second most in the country, trailing only Boston College's 21. Now, those touchdowns, or those interceptions, they've returned 3 for touchdowns. Here's Kevin Riley to lead the offense. Quick give to Java Best, and he takes it down to the 20-yard line as we take a look at our Pacific Life game summary. And this is the 111th edition of the big game, and they are playing for the Stanford Axe, which is in possession of Stanford, courtesy of their victory last year in Palo Alto. Great chance early on for Stanford, and Toby Gerhart coughs it up. Big play for Cal in the second quarter. Shane Vereen getting it from Riley, 59-yard touchdown reception, his first career touchdown reception. And Tau Foa getting the carry. It doesn't happen often for the fullback from San Carlos, California.
Solid football, though. Player, leader, good blocker, pass catcher. They use him as an H-back, move him around. Certainly a viable player to this Cal Bear offense.
You don't see enough fullback play, if you ask me. I'd love to see the big old boys get in there and just pound some bodies and loosen them up. Fake the give to Best, and then they dump it into him at the 15, 10, 5, and taken down.
Well, nice setup again, and when you're Frank Cignetti, you got a running back and a talent with the explosion of Javid Best, find ways to get him the ball. They took the 2 tight ends, they released downfield, not in routes, but blocking downfield, set up the little screen. And Javid Best, again, showing his explosion. Now, let's see if Cal can finish down in the red zone.
First and goal at the 5. Opening drive of this half for the home side. And this will be a direct snap to Javid Best. He gets it. Sweeps right. And is pushed out at the 4. Best dislocated his elbow September 27th versus Colorado State. Hurt his foot a couple weeks later. This really his first full week of practice since that elbow injury. Last year had season-ending hip injury that was suffered versus Southern Cal, but this is an all-purpose yard guy. A threat every time he touches the ball. He will not get it on this play. 2nd and 4 at the 4.
Big play action down right here if you're going to run it.
Give to Vereen. Vereen already has one. Stretches for a second. Just shy.
Let's see if Stanford can match the intensity of Cal on their goal line stand. Here they do not. There's a good push. Vereen doesn't get touched till he gets to the 2nd level. And a good call and a good spot by the officials where the ball was just short. Kevin Riley's a big kid, Rob. You want to take a shot, you want a quarterback sneak. But remember, they tried a quarterback sneak early on 4th down and didn't get it.
Taufoa, the fullback, is in. Best behind him. Best had it all open on the left, but a whistle and a flag right at the snap.
Stanford timeout.
In the nick of time, right?
It was there.
I mean, that's 6 on the board.
It was there, and they had him outflanked. And that's the 2nd time we've seen this play. A little fake belly, which is a fake to the fullback inside, and a quick little option pitch, and trusting Best's speed to get to the corner. And he was matched up one-on-one with Tom Kaiser. I'll take Best on that bet in a foot race over Kaiser.
Saw Jeff Tedford there, took over the program in 2002 and led his team to a 7-5 record. Want to remind you that tonight the Texas Tech Red Raiders need a win to keep their hopes alive for a spot in the BCS Championship as they take on 5th-ranked Oklahoma. The national championship hangs in the balance for these two schools. Saturday Night Football presented by Southwest Airlines as part of Rivalry Week presented by Samsung Mobile on ABC tonight at 8 Eastern. What are your initial thoughts on that one?
Well, I like Oklahoma because I have not seen Texas Tech do it on their own. I mean, they've won on the road. They've won some big games at home, and Graham Harrell, great quarterback. Crabtree, great wide receiver. The offensive line, Texas Tech, awesome. But I think the best quarterback in the country resides in Norman and Sam Bradford. So it should be a good matchup. Plus, Oklahoma can run football with DeMarco Murray.
This is not only for the title, that may also be for the Heisman as well.
I agree. Watch the surge. Watch right up here. Who's going to win the surge? Whoever gets lower.
3rd and 1 at the 1. Fake to Best. Crossfield wide open. Cameron Moore, the tight end, touchdown Cal.
The old sneak play.
2nd touchdown pass of the game by the sophomore QB, Kevin Riley.
Cameron Moore lined up on your left side. He blocked, hesitate. A great call by Jeff Tedford and Frank Signetti. Great patience by Moore. A lot of times you want to get out in that pattern. He held his block, snuck off. Kevin Riley just delivered a nice floater, easy catchable ball, touchdown Bears.
Stanford band was closer to Moore than a defender was. Extra point is good. The lead swells to 14 for Kevin Riley and the Cal Bears. Stanford has a chance to return the favor when we return.
You're watching ESPN on ABC.
Black hot coffee, please.
Excuse me?
Can I get a black coffee?
Black coffee.
Thank you.
Ready to go.
Video on legs, please.
What?
They got a video on legs, please.
English. Got it.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, that's it. Bollocks.
What? That's disturbing, Ozzy.
Make yourself heard with the full QWERTY keyboard Samsung Propel.
Move over, eggnog. We're working this holiday party. Refreshing Sierra Mist Cranberry Splash is back. Available in regular and dyed for a limited time. So start a new holiday tradition now.
America's biggest automobile company and its dealers want to help get you the loan you need. It's General Motors financing that fits, offering access to millions of dollars and hundreds of lenders to help get you behind the wheel. It's our way of putting you and America in the driver's seat. During the Red Tag event, the price on the tag is the price you pay. Get a G8 for $24,737 for a total value of $2,858. See your local Buick, Pontiac, GMC dealer.
In one day, you've never seen an American Music Awards lineup sweeter than this. And for the first time, The Fray performs its new single. Jimmy Kimmel hosts the 2008 American Music Awards live tomorrow at 7/6 Central on ABC.
How did all this happen? It happened because you left, Jack. We need to protect the people that we left behind.
Where are we going, Mommy?
We're going on vacation, baby.
People are trying to kill us.
Where are you going?
Let's go get him.
ABC's Lost. The premiere event arrives Wednesday, January 21st on ABC.
We welcome you back to ESPN College Football on ABC, presented by Best Buy. Cal has just gone on top of Stanford 17-3. They kick it off. Anthony Kimball at his 5. Picks up 16 yards on the return. John Tyndall the hit, and we go back to that 1-yard touchdown pass.
Take a look at Cameron Moore right here. He's going to block and hesitate. And it takes great patience by Cameron to hold his block, hold his block, hold his block. You see him releasing the flat. Riley does a good job of selling the play away with his eyes, and a nice floater. What a call. Great call by Coach Cignetti and Jeff Tepford.
6-play, 28-yard drive. Took 2 minutes, 52 seconds. That was set up by the Eddie Young interception, his first of the season. Stanford, 1st and 10 at their 21. Eddie Young to hit. So Eddie Young active in this second half. Gerhardt picks up 1.
Well, that's often the case, Rob. You make a big play, and that kind of gets you going. Not only does it get your teammates going, but you get going, and you want to make more big plays. Eddie Young knifed in there, got underneath the blocker, did not give 1 for 1, meaning his body for the blocker's body, defeated the blocker, plus made the tackle.
Pritchard fakes, goes long, and pass broken up by Marcus Ezef, intended for Ryan Whalen. We go downstairs. Jessica with more on the Cardinal.
Actually, Berkeley, Zach Follett talking to him yesterday, he talked about the defense is the veteran for this Cal team, and they have been leading the offense. So Eddie Young getting that interception, leading the offense to get a big score. It's been like that all season long. Defense is their strength, leading the offense to win games.
In Cal's defense, 19 interceptions this season, had just 10 last year. 3rd and 9, Pritchard in a passing situation, and is dropped. First sack of the game, Rulon Davis brings Pritchard to the turf. What a great second half for the Cal D.
Well, I circled Follett because of the pressure that he gets upfield, and Rulon does a good job of turning the shoulders of Marinelli and finishing, coming with the arm over, then accelerating to the quarterback.
Low snap. David Green able to get it off. Fair catch called at the 50 by Sidquan Thompson. 36-yard punt. Cal on top by 14, trying to add to it.
You're watching ESPN College Football on ABC, presented by Best Buy.
The all-new H3T, the most versatile Hummer ever.
I don't know, maybe you should have been the blonde.
Maybe you should just listen to the game.
Maybe if you shaved your legs like me, the sneak-in would have worked.
Maybe if you hadn't lost our season tickets in a lawsuit because you got cheapo insurance, we'd be inside the stadium, watching the game, dressed like men. Huh?
I don't want to get into this she said thing.
Getting cut rate insurance to save a little money could end up costing a lot. Call an Allstate agent today for a free Good Hands coverage checkup. Are you in good hands?
Some people go through life following Plan A. It's predictable, expected. But my plan is to do more, to work on my terms, to open up new perspectives, to find a competitive advantage.
Welcome to Plan B from Brother. Our inkjet all-in-ones make your biggest ideas look even bigger. It's the smarter way to work in color.
My plan is to write my success story every single day.
Make the smarter choice. Plan B from Brother.
You know, scientific tests have proven that when you drink Dr. Pepper slowly, the 23 flavors taste even better. Hey, I get it, because half my life's been in slow motion. Watch this. Slower is better. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
That was fitted, Dr. J, right there.
ESPN College Football on ABC. Brought to you by the all-new 2009 H3T pickup, the most versatile Hummer ever. Samsung Mobile, proud sponsor of ESPN Rivalry Week. And Allstate, proud sponsors of college football. Are you in good hands?
Beautiful day for a drive across the Golden Gate Bridge. We're just a few miles east of that national treasure. Cal on top of Stanford by 14. They give it to Javid Best. Breaks a couple tackles at the 40, 35, cuts inside. Shows some speed, finally taken down at the 14 by Wopama Osai. Another big game for Best, and he goes over 100 yards.
Well, it's set up by his two tight ends. You see Cameron Moore right here knocking people inside. Tad Smith getting to the up level. Javid Best keeping his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage so he can make a good cutback. And the awareness, knowing he's not going the distance. Ball security. Watch the cut right here. That's good feet, my man. And look here. Come on, protect the football. Good job, awareness and burst. Dangerous weapons.
Best 11 touches, 132 rushing yards. His career best is 200. Little trickery, and it gets into Best's hand. He's in the end zone. From Tucker, another 6 for the Bears.
They might be drawing him up in the dirt. Right here. Young catches a nice ball, delivers the pitch, and Best, I'll be your best today. And the thing I love about it, and we talked to Coach Cignetti about this, and he understands this, find ways, create ways to get the ball into the hands of your playmaker. They have done that today, and it's paid huge dividends.
Extra point is good, and it's 24-3. A quick 2 touchdowns for the home team. And Stanford came into the second half with a ton of momentum, threw an interception on their first drive, and now Cal's up by 21.
10 elite universities stretching across 4 western states. Steeped in the values of academic excellence, driven by the mission of being the nation's premier athletic conference. The destination for student athletes competing at the highest level. The Pac-10, the Conference of Champions.
Second career receiving TD. Second career touchdown reception by Best, his first of this season. He's over 100 yards. That was a 2-play drive for 50 yards, all 50 yards coming from Best. Cal is up 21. Stanford needs an immediate response. Anthony Kimball with the return. Past the 30, at the 40, he's driven out of bounds.
Okay, again, we talk about, here's Best right here. He's going to come here in patience. Patience pays off on any type of trick play. Look at the patience, patience, patience. Well timed. And Best gets the pitch from Young. Pays huge. Again, 2 trick plays, 2 touchdowns.
What do you need to see from Stanford's offense right now, Chris?
You need to start throwing the football down the field a little bit. There's no time to panic. You still have the running game as an option. But you got to do something to take the momentum away from the Cal Bear defense. And you see 10 guys right there in the box.
Pritchard drops back. Kimball with the protection down the middle. And almost caught. And finally dropped there by Ryan Whalen. We get Matt Weiner in our Times Square studios for an update. Matt?
All right, Rob, here's our nominee for the AT&T ESPN All-America Player of the Week. West Virginia quarterback Pat White became the Bowl Subdivision's career rushing leader among quarterbacks today. He had a hand in all 5 touchdowns in the Mountaineers' win over Louisville. If that were an AT&T wireless telephone, he could text the word vote to 51234 and vote for himself.
Louisville's woes continue this season. Another home loss for the Cardinals. And the Stanford Cardinal in trouble here, down 21. Pritchard with the keeper. And we go downstairs to Jessica for more on that last touchdown.
Well, you know what's funny, guys, is the director of football operations, Mike McHugh, was sitting at a luncheon with Coach Tedford, and he was saying, you know, those Stanford cornerbacks really play far off the line of scrimmage. You should try a hook and ladder, and I think it'll really work against Stanford. Ironically, that's what happened, and Coach Tedford credit the director of football operations for making that call.
Everybody has a suggestion, and you know what? Sometimes they work, and that one worked.
Gerhardt to the left of Pritchard. Second sack of the game. The Cal D has dialed it up in the second half, Chris.
You ever see Chum going into like a shark waters? And that's Pritchard's the Chum. And the Cal defense coming from both ends. First of all, you got the tough, feisty Zach Follett getting an assist along with his partner, the big fella, Rulon Davis. A 1-2 combination off the ends. Tough to battle.
Flag on the field.
Dead ball, false start. Number 6, offense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Boy, things are collapsing for Jim Harbaugh's Cardinal here in the second half. He's got some coaching to do here in the remainder of this 3rd and 4th quarter.
You got to settle his troops down. You got to challenge your defense, settle your offense down, and challenge your defense.
And not a strong punt at all.
Yeah, talk to your punter. He's got all 3 phases to coach.
Let's add to the list. The to-do list is growing. It's like a honey-do list. Can't wait till I get home. That list is going to be like War and Peace. You kidding me? My bosses ever let me get home. You know the deal, right?
Anything for the company, my friend.
That's right. That's right. Don't let the wife know that. Take a look now at our Best Buy playbook. And it's the old hook and ladder, which went for 6.
Yeah, you know, they worked on this in practice, but Riley does a good job of selling it with his eyes, execution of the pitch. Best says, I'll be your star today. He is, has been.
Riley to Best. Hands it off to Jeremy Ross. Ross at the 30, the 20, 15-10, and dragged out by Chris Evans. We'll spot that right around the 7. 40-yard pickup.
Well, and Ross is an explosive player, but Best has been a hot guy. Best has the ball. Everybody run to him. Not so fast, as our good friend Lee Corso would say, because Ross is coming back on the reverse. And the Cardinal are really...
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 6 of the defense. Half the distance to the goal, 1st down.
Wapama Osai drawing the flag.
We'll see where that flag comes in, but look at the blockers downfield. Big Donovan Edwards, number 53. Kevin Riley get another block.
Osai's number 6. He's...
Oh, come on, boys.
Really?
Come on.
For that?
Let him play.
Best cuts inside. Touchdown, Cal! Victory Cannon's getting a workout now.
Design cutback. Follow Moore through the end zone. There's Moore. Best takes the ball with his shoulder square to the line of scrimmage. And a lot of times when those shoulders are square, as a defender, you play the cutback and they're doing what they want. They can draw them up in the dirt and do what they want. Go down to the fire hydrant, turn left. Why not? It's working.
It's like fraternity touch football on the quad, right?
Wow.
And a fake of the extra point. Was that a fake or was that a bailout?
I think it's a bad snap right there.
Not sure that's where you'd be calling a fake anyways with the momentum you have, but 30-3 right now in favor of Cal.
Usually when a coach is standing there with his hands on his hips, that's not a good sign.
Big giveaway. Nate Longshore, the holder. Backup quarterback, pulling out of that one. So Javid Best, the sophomore, with his second touch of this second half. Woo! What a cutback. The lead swells to 27.
You're watching ESPN on ABC. You're watching ESPN College Football on ABC, presented by Best Buy.
7, 6, 5, 4, 8, 2, 1.
The few, the proud, the Marines.
It's time to get more out of your tires. It's time to get Cooper. Because now during Cooper's National Take the Money and Ride event, you'll not only get unbeatable performance, you'll get a $50 rebate by mail when you buy 4 qualifying Cooper tires. Cooper's Take the Money and Ride event. Get your rebate form and all the details at a participating Cooper dealer or at coopertire.com. But do it today. The road and your $50 rebate are waiting.
Honey, I found the perfect tree.
Really? What makes it perfect?
Comes with a present.
Like her, only gold is treasured. So this Christmas, thank her for choosing you with a gift of gold from Kay. That's just one more reason Kay is the #1 jewelry store in America.
This the one, ma'am?
Yes. This is the one.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
The LG Skins game next Saturday and Sunday on ABC.
Stanford-Cal rivalry runs deep and runs early in this part of the country.
Start wrestling. Let's go.
Let's settle it the old school way, right?
Go.
It's not who's got the louder mouth. Come on.
That was my brother. Banged him in the kneecaps.
And would you have stood there or would you have run?
No.
You don't get Rick Spielman angry now, my friend.
He's got that big brother pride.
He can turn quick, can't he? If you've never seen an American Music Awards lineup bigger than this is a good one, Chris.
Yeah.
Beyonce, Kanye West, Rihanna, Coldplay, Alicia Keys.
Is Rat up for anything this year?
With 2 T's? We haven't heard much from Rat lately. Jimmy Kimmel hosts the 2008 American Music Awards live Sunday, 8, 7 Central on ABC. Coldplay, I'm a big fan. I'll watch to see Coldplay alone. Stanford needs to get things going right away, and they go to their big back, Toby Gerhardt. They're going to need some immediate points, at least to get some confidence back. Chris Conti with the hit.
Yeah, I think that's what you do to try to settle them down, is go back to what you do best, and that's pound the football. But, the clock now is not your ally. I wouldn't be surprised to see a nice little screen pass right here. It's a second and short. It's usually not a screen down, but you might want to slow that rush down that the Bear front has been bringing.
Again to give to Gerhardt. Flag on the play. He'll be short of the first down as well. And another penalty, it appears, on Stanford.
Illegal formation. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay second down.
They are sabotaging themselves.
Exactly, and they're falling apart, and they have to get it together and relax and play football. I mean, there's still a lot of time in this ball game. You're down 27. I'm not saying it's optimistic time, but you still can fight back. And the way Pritchard has been throwing the football, they have that ability.
Sixth penalty for 49 yards for Jim Harbaugh's Cardinal. And Jim Harbaugh, reports from ESPN that he'll sign a 3-year contract extension at the end of the season, which will take him through the 2014 campaign. But all he wanted to talk was Cal on our call, and first down here for Anthony Kimball and Stanford.
Well, there's the screen I was calling for, Rob. And I think anytime you are playing a defense with emotions, you see Zach Follett coming off like his hair's on fire, which he's supposed to do. You get the ball into one of your playmakers' hands, and Kimball is certainly that. And that'll slow that pass rush down just a little bit. You give him something to think about.
We give to the junior Gerhardt. A lot of work to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage or a yard. Anthony Felder, number 7, the senior from Seattle, the initial hit. Chris Conti there to help out as well.
You know, I always try to look ahead, and what might not be a bad idea if you have some type of tempo offense, 2-minute offensive hurry-up offense, and what that can do is maybe I see some of the Cal defenders, their hands are going on their hips. They're getting a little winded, and plus it gives them a change, and you can maybe get something going momentum-wise and start throwing the ball a little bit and get Pritchard back into a rhythm.
I always seem to teams get to it a little too late. And there you go. That one right at the first down marker.
This is what I'm talking about. Again, right now, if I'm Jim Harbaugh, I might think about upping the tempo a little bit because I see Cal guys walking back to the huddle. The Stanford guys are jogging in. I mean, they're not going to quit. If they're coached by Jim Harbaugh, they will not quit. But that tempo should be up just a little bit. Keep your eye on that play clock right there. See where that ball snapped. Every second counts when you're down 27 now.
Third and 1. And they will get it. Anthony Kimball. Kimball with 3 100-yard rushing games this season as well, and his 3 runs of 70 yards or more. We talked about both teams having that 2-headed running attack. So let's see where the play clock is right now. At 20, so they're okay. They're picking it up a little bit, but would you like to see a little bit more?
I'd like to see no huddle.
Flag on the play. Gerhardt was in the backfield. Gerhardt, their star running back, 15 carries for 71 yards.
Dead ball, false start. Offense number 63, 5-yard penalty. Still remains first down.
7th penalty of the game, Chris, on Stanford for 54 yards.
And I think right there, Marinelli got a little hitch in his giddy up. He wanted to get off early. And that, again, unlike the Jim Harbaugh coach team, they're kind of self-destructing. They self-destruct in the red zone. The penalties have hurt them. A couple unsportsmanlike have hurt them, although one was more than questionable.
First and 15. Gerhardt takes the high pitch, goes left, finds a small hole, takes it to close to the 35.
If I'm Cal, I'm perfectly content. I mean, obviously I want to stop them, but if they're going to take their time, that's fine.
And Stanford's had nice drives throughout the afternoon, Chris, but they've been time-consuming drives. And they're not getting the points to show for it. Just 3 on the board.
I don't know if they have the speed on the edges, Rob, to strike fast.
Pritchard rolls to his right, looks left, lofts one up for the corner. Flags stay in the pocket. That one intended for Anthony Kimball. Michael Muhammad, the linebacker, on the defense. We go downstairs. Jessica Mendoza getting tough with the Cardinals.
Well, Robbie talked about Stanford having a new mentality this year. Jim Harbaugh, first day of practice, came out with this blue-collar approach, basically talking to his players about not being the normal finesse pass game that Stanford's been in the past, but really going after hard power running game that, you know, dig up from the dirt, just play it like powerhouse, you get after them. And that's been the mentality. They all have one of these shirts on. They've been wearing them when they travel all over the place.
Pritchard's pass caught by Ryan Whalen, the sophomore from Alamo, California. That one looked, it might have hit the ground, and she looks good in that shirt. Every time I look at her in that shirt, I feel like I should be asking her, fill her up and, you know, clean the windshield.
Well, he was
check the oil.
He was kind of talking about fixing things. You know, we got to fix this offense. We got to fix a lot of stuff that's going on. So, you know, they throw on the mechanic shirt, gives them that mentality, and that's what they've been trying to do all season long.
Got to break out that stuff every once in a while.
Absolutely.
We saw Dick Tomey with the hockey stick last night down at San Jose State. Say, what was he saying? Hockey, hockey, hockey. I want to skate fast. I want to run fast. Go from 0 to fast. Coaches are always looking for something, anything to connect with their players.
Exactly. And then now they stopped the game to see if Whalen made the catch on the sidelines. It appeared to me that the official had a good view of it. And a roar went up from the crowd. I can't tell from that angle.
The official's right there staring at it.
You know, speaking of Jim Harbaugh and changing the mentality to tough blue collar, I asked him yesterday who his 2 coaching idols, and he's played for a lot of guys that have had a major influence on Jim. And the 2 guys that had the biggest influence, obviously his dad, Jack, who was a great coach, tough guy, and also Coach Bo Schembechler. So when you have those 2 guys as your main influences, I promise you, you will be a tough football team, and that's what he's bringing.
Play on the field will stand for Stanford, I believe.
And I think that's a good call. An official was right on it. I mean, right on it. Good position.
4th and short now at the 28. They are 7 for 12 on 4th down conversions this season, and even though we're in the 3rd quarter, this is a key convert opportunity for Stanford.
Boy, a gutsy call would be a little play action right here. I mean, that would be a big guts call. Everybody knows, here's your hog. Feed the hog. Quarterback sneak. We got a little bubble right there.
4th and 1 from the 28. Gerhardt stuffed. Bounces off another one and may have gotten it on the 2nd effort. Again, it all comes down to the spot, and I think this is going to be a little short.
Well, he had to get to the 32, and he got a left-footed spot. It's going to be close. With the surge up front by the Cal Bears, winning the battle. Guys fighting and clawing, doing everything they can to stop with Elder and Conti. Hold them up. Elder coming in to finish off. And on those 4th and 1s, Robin, and I've been in my share. And a lot of times it's more a want to. Who wants it more? And right there, when you cannot change the line of scrimmage, you are in trouble.
Jim Harbaugh's Stanford Cardinal are in trouble right now. Down 27, late stages of the 3rd quarter. Cal D has really stepped it up in the 2nd quarter. Sacks, big 4th down stop, and interception on Stanford's opening drive of that 2nd half when it looked like they were getting some momentum back. Akon Udofia from Scottsdale, Arizona. Big number 54 there with the hit as he trots off. Loss of 4 on the play.
Now, I believe that Cal has a play action open up anytime they want it, because the mindset of Ron Lynn on the Stanford sideline is that, well, you know, they're going to try to run the ball, eat the clock, eat the clock. If you want to stick one in Best's stomach, pull it away, and maybe look for Varan Tucker streaking, might not be a bad idea.
Best with over 130 rushing yards already, a couple touchdowns. Riley avoids it once, will not do it a second time. Sacked there by Sione Fue. First sack of the game for Stanford.
That's their 34th on the year. See, they stuck it in Best's stomach and tried to come back and throw a screen pass to him, but the Cardinal defense has finally gotten a little bit wise and saying, hey, guess whose hands are trying to get the ball in? We'll take him away. And Fue did a good job of holding his position, not quitting, and coming in securing a sack. A big fella.
Loss of 15. It's now 3rd and 29 at their own 9. Not a lot of plays in the old book for this one. You play it safe with this lead?
Oh, absolutely.
Cal's going to have to burn a timeout.
Yeah, that's one thing I wouldn't do. I'd better take a quarterback sneak than get a timeout or take a penalty. It's only be half the distance to the goal line anyway.
Both teams with 2 timeouts left in this one. Monday Night Football continues as Cal alum Aaron Rodgers has the division-leading Green Bay Packers on the attack as they square off against Drew Brees in the league-leading aerial assault of the New Orleans Saints. Monday Night Football on ESPN at 8:30 Eastern. Coverage begins 7 Eastern with Monday Night Countdown delivered by UPS. There's Aaron Rodgers, how his numbers stack up against Drew Brees, and some gaudy passing yards from Drew this year.
Yeah, really pleased with Aaron Rodgers and how he responded, and the fact that he's having a good year. You see the numbers, 15-6 is excellent in touchdown interception ratio, 65% completion percentage. It's outstanding, and he's answered every challenge that's been put before him.
And the Brett Favre conversations, can he replace it, have all but ended.
Yeah, absolutely. And good for Brett for going to New York and doing well.
Doing great with the Jets. Riley to Vereen. Oh, big hole for Vereen. Not enough to get the first down, but in this game of field position, that's going to help out his punter, a pickup of 16.
See, if I were Ron Lynn, I would have took a little bit of a gamble right there, anticipating that they were going to run, especially out of the formation and the depth of Vereen, who was back there at 7 yards. That's an indicator. Instead, they've dropped guys out of there worried about some type of pass, because it's all about field position, and you know your offense has trouble going long distances without eating up a lot of time.
This is just the second punt of the game for Brian Anger. His first one, 76 yards, a career best. Another wonderful punt. Oh, my. Is it going to bounce in the end zone, or is it going to put on the brakes? It kicks in there. One of 10 semifinalists for the Ray Guy Award, the only freshman, the only Pac-10 player among the candidates, and you understand why.
Well, and we talked about it when he hit the 76-yarder in the first half, right? It's all about in the big games, and in the big game, players step up and make plays, and that includes the punter. And especially against this type of offense, it's more of a physical offense with not a lot of big play strikeability. It puts them in a position.
So Stanford, a woeful second half for the Cardinal. What does Coach Harbaugh and the staff need to do right now? What's the mindset and the tempo and the mentality have to be?
I think the tempo's got to be picked up, and we talked about that. I think you have to go no huddle and get it going. Take your shots down the field. You have nothing to lose. What's the matter if you get beat 60-3 or 30-3? Nothing.
Again, this the 111th edition of the big game, and it's been a big second half for Cal. How does a rivalry affect maybe your preparation coming into the week? You've dealt with that with Ohio State and Michigan.
Well, I think it's exciting. I mean, you're more focused, you're more prepared, you're excited to play the game. Practices, the tempo's picked up. But once the pads start cracking, it should be just like any other game, because if it's not, all that's telling me was, oh, wait a second, why am I more excited? That takes care of itself, and it happens naturally.
Talk to the coaches about the rivalry. They love the festive environment. The only maybe down part about it, so many functions to go to throughout the week, the luncheons and the meetings and the meeting of the hands. And The official takes one upstairs.
Yeah, that's twice. He's had a heck of a game. He's got like 3 penalties called and 2 pass breakups. That's quite a stat line. That's quite a stat line. Got to move them feet, Mr. Official. Get some lateral movement. He's stepping up into the route. That's on him.
That's the umpire, Art Hines. He's
got to get out of the way.
Yeah, big man got to move a little faster.
If you're going to step up there, step up quicker. He's got 2 breakups today. He's had a nice game.
Wonder if he's got any eligibility left. Pritchard goes down. 3rd sack of the game for Cal. And Zach Follett, the senior from Clovis, California. That's Fresno State territory with the sack. His 6th sack of the season to lead the team.
I love that kid. I mean, this is the 2nd Cal game I did, and I did a game against USC. He's outstanding. He's 100% all day, all night, all the time.
David Green on to punt. Sidquan Thompson, the junior from Sacramento, is back. And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. California on top over Stanford, 30-3. ESPN Saturday College Football on ABC will return after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Your kids give you more than they'll ever know. For Dada.
Here.
For Daddy.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
For Dad. For Pops. And for the love your kids give you, there's one special gift. Life insurance from New York Life ensures your loved ones will always be taken care of. With 163 years of financial strength, it's the most selfless gift you can give. New York Life, the company you keep.
During the Hummer Red Tag event, when you see some red, you save some green on all 2008 and 2009 Hummer models. Like the all-new H3T, the nimble, tough mid-size pickup with full-size capability. Or the rugged mid-size H3 with lower annual fuel costs than many SUVs. During the first ever Hummer Red Tag event, the price on the tag is the price you pay for incredible values like this. Visit your local Hummer dealer.
Tuesday, January 6th.
Nobody died!
The Doctors of Scrubs have found a better place to operate.
Mrs. Gallagher, you look very beautiful today.
Yeah, your jaundice makes you glow.
And that place is ABC.
I'm so happy.
They've even brought a friend to heat things up.
Clear.
Courtney Cox guest stars.
And might I add, ching!
Scrubs, all new episodes premiering Tuesday, January 6th, 9/8 Central on ABC.
Time and temperature brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resorts.
We welcome you back to ESPN College Football on ABC, presented by Best Buy. A lot to cheer about in Berkeley if you're a Cal fan today. 20 third quarter points. They are on top 30-3 as we begin 4th quarter play. And Stanford about to punt it away. And punt it away from deep in their own area. Sidquan Thompson, the man back for California. 4th punt of the game for Stanford. Fair catch called. Takes it at the 47, looks like. 39-yard punt. The inaugural game in this series, played March 10th in 1892, was played on the Haight Street grounds in San Francisco. In 1982, visual images of the play. Stanford versus California. Do you remember where you were when you saw this one
Yeah,
the first time?
I was watching it on TV, and I was thinking to myself, if that trumpet player would bring his feet when he tackles, he might not have got in the end zone.
See what you
That's
hit,
poor
hit what you see.
tackling on the band's part. That's why the band should always do tackling practice before they start blowing the horns.
Now, Stanford band.
Yes.
They're a whole different breed. They're awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed halftime just watching them and what they're up to. And this is another big play for Cal again. They are doing it any which way they want. Javid Best again. We'll talk about the band. There's the trombone man.
Yeah, he didn't bring
going
his feet
down.
Yeah, he didn't bring his feet. Look, his feet are up by his head. Bring your feet. You got to run through the tackle or use the trombone as a weapon and try to whack the ball out of there. Cause a fumble with the trombone.
Yeah, these guys could maybe throw a saxophone out there.
She looks pretty tough.
Yeah, trombone's an underrated weapon. Doesn't get enough attention, if you ask me.
She looks like she's ready to hit somebody. They're cool. I enjoyed the halftime show.
Really creative.
Great performance.
1st and 10 at the 44 Cal. Riley going for it and severely overthrew Nyan Boten. Take a look at our Pacific Life game summary right now. California on top by 27. And the stats in the first half really tilted in favor of Stanford, but the numbers have made a significant turn in favor of Cal.
Oh, this one right here.
Huge.
If Cal's able to do that, then they have you. And they've been able to control the football. I tell you, I'm very impressed with the imagination and the play calling of Jeff Tedford and offensive coordinator Frank Cignetti. They had the Stanford defense guessing all day.
Eagles shift penalty pushes Cal back 5 yards. Best makes it up and more. Best could go all the way. Best is gone. Another touchdown for Cal.
Watch number 23, Will Tafo'o, right here. It's going to hit it right inside. There's 23, Tafo'o, right in your picture. Didn't get a block, but got in the way enough, and right there, Javad Best showing the quick feet. 4 angles by Stanford. And again, he's explosive. He'll make you pay.
2 rushing touchdowns and another one receiving. So he has 3 on the day. That was a 45-yard scamper. 15 carries for 189 yards for Mr. Best, who's having a wonderful afternoon in Berkeley.
Beep, Slate Sanchez's phone here reporting from the demolition site. Slate and the rest of the Action News team don't have AT&T, which means no bars out here on the outskirts of town. So we didn't get that call about the new blast zone, which is now here instead of way over there. I'm Slate Sanchez, and I'm about to be the news.
Switch to the network with the best coverage, AT&T. More bars in more places. Get an exclusive quick messaging phone for $79.99 after mail-in rebate.
Hi, we're here for Sign Then Drive.
Hi.
I just leased a Passat for no money down. She wants one too. Or a Jetta. A Passat. A Jetta. A Passat. A Jetta. A Passat.
Our new computer can match you to the perfect Volkswagen. Then you drive it away.
Signature reveals a need for safety and individuality. Perfect match.
A Passat.
Jetta.
This event is getting very interesting.
Sign Then Drive is back. We select 2009 models for 0 down, 0 due at signing, and no first month's payment.
It's what the people want.
You girls have fun.
It's time to unleash your inner Santa. Head to Santa's other workshop, the Home Depot, the one place with everything you need to make your home festive, inside and out, all at guaranteed low prices, now even lower. Bring the holidays home for less at the Home Depot.
Monday, the two-night season finale event begins. The final three face off, and there will be one champion.
Everybody better get out of the way. That's my title.
ABC's Dancing with the Stars live two-night finale event begins Monday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
You're watching ESPN on ABC.
And we welcome you back to Berkeley as Cal kicks off. Cal takes it at the 18, cuts right. It's pulled down about the 37-yard line by Michael Mohammed, linebacker. 20-yard return, and it's been all Javid Best here in the second half, Chris.
And right there, again, the explosion and burst. And I'll tell you, Javid needs to get on that sidelines and go down the line. And Mitchell Schwartz, Boskovic, Mack, Malele, Edwards, high-five them because those boys were challenged. And so far, they've answered the challenge by great run blocking and solid pass protection all day. 12
more yards will set a new career single-game rushing record for him. Pritchard still in the game for Stanford. Down 34. Under 14 left.
You know, sometimes you get a little gun shy, especially if you take a fastball upside the head.
And Art Hines has been active today.
Now, Art did a little duck right there because that ball was coming right to him. Now, if I'm Stanford, I might want to try to run the play away from him, or if I'm Jim Harbaugh, next time there's a break, I'm going to tell him either up or back, but not in between because you're becoming the 12th man out there.
Art Hines, a difference maker today.
Hey, there's Art right there.
Keep your eye on Big Art, 45.
That's it. Nice movement.
He's getting out of the way there. Long pass and out of the reach of Kobe Fleener. Again, the Stanford tight ends very active in that first half. Not so much here in the second.
Well, and the other problem that they have is that Cal knows what they want to do. I mean, Jim Harbaugh, he's not going to quit. He's still going to try to put points on the board, but it puts a lot of pressure on your offensive line because the Cal Bear defensive line and linebackers, especially number 56, Zach Follett, they want to get numbers. They want sacks.
It's time to pad the stats a little bit today. Now, this one has turned ugly in the second. It was a very tight, competitive game in the first half. Delano Howe, the freshman from Newhall, California. He's fourth string running back.
He's got a nice little shake to him, though, for a true freshman. And I like this call right here by Jim. They're going for it on fourth down, sending the message that we're not going to quit, we're going to go for it, and also look for, of course, in this situation, every defender should be alert to hard count, alert to hard count.
0 for 1 today on fourth down conversion, 7 for 13 on the season. They give it to their stud, and he finds it. Takes down a couple Bears with him. That'll go to the 38 for Toby Gerhart. 15-yard pickup as he closes in on 100 yards.
Yeah, follow the big fella. Number 71, Phillips through the hole. Watch this move right here. That's a nice move for a big guy at 230 pounds. Gave him a leg and took it away. He also has that little hop. Anytime somebody tries to come low at him, gives him that little hop to get out of the way.
Approaching his 8th 100-yard rush game of the year. Kimball takes the direct snap. Breaks a couple tackles. Bernard Hicks, Sidquan Thompson there on the stop. Again, this is a game that Stanford came in knowing, Chris, that they had to win to be bowl eligible, and all indications are that if they got that 6th win, they would be going to a bowl. A lot of spots for Pac-10 teams in the bowl world, and not a lot of Pac-10 teams filling them at this point. And that appears to continue. Pritchard across the middle. Baldwin is in for 6.
Well, first of all, it starts up front because Pritchard has all day to throw the ball. And you're going to see Baldwin, number 89, will come into your screen high. Whalen will be low. Baldwin will be high. Take a look. 8's Whalen. He's going to be low. There's the protection that I was talking about. All day to throw. There's Baldwin coming into your screen. He waits till he clears the linebackers and has the speed to finish.
Stanford still needs 4 more touchdowns to take the lead. 11:51 left from Berkeley. But at least some positives here for the Cardinal in the second half.
You're watching ESPN College Football on ABC, presented by Best Buy.
So your computer here can match my signature to the Volkswagen that's right for me?
Then you drive it away for nothing down.
With just a signature.
Signed and drive.
All right.
Curvaceous T indicates a love for clean lines and performance. Perfect match, Tiguan.
I like that.
Smooth strokes indicate a passion for body waxing.
That's dumb and not true at all.
This event is getting very interesting.
Sign then drive is back. We select 2009 models for 0 down, 0 due at signing, and no first month's payment.
It's what the people want.
I got $583 from cashforgold.com. All I did was look through my drawer full of jewelry that I never wear.
Turn your unwanted or broken jewelry, gold, silver, platinum, rings, chains, and bracelets into cold hard cash from cashforgold.com.
I had no idea my gold jewelry was worth so much money.
With gold, silver, and platinum at their highest value in decades, cashforgold.com is able to give you top dollar for your unwanted jewelry. And because we own our refinery, we can cut out the middleman, which means more cash in your pocket.
I sent in my diamond wedding band from my first marriage and got money the very next day.
Just call the number below and ask for your free, prepaid, insured refiner's return pack. Fill the envelope with your unwanted or broken gold, silver, and platinum jewelry and mail it to our processing center. A safe, reliable transaction with satisfaction guaranteed.
Call 1-800-652-9014. Call now.
Whoa. It has no keyboard. And then, did it just click? You've never clicked a screen before. Is that supposed to happen? Is it supposed to feel so right? It feels like a keyboard, just no keys. What kind of mad genius is behind this? Oh, right.
America's largest 3G network introduces the world's first touchscreen BlackBerry. Only from Verizon Wireless.
ESPN College Football on ABC. Brought to you by Best Buy. You happier. Aflac. Ask about it at work. And the Volkswagen Signed and Drive event. German engineering for practically just a signature.
Jeff Tedford not happy, and he has every reason to be, as Stanford has just executed an onside kick. Bo McNally coming up with it, so life continues for Stanford after that touchdown.
Well, excellent execution. First, it's a one-hopper, so you can't fair catch it because it hits the ground first. You see the front line of the Cal Golden Bears return team leave a little bit early, and Bo McNally catches the ball uncontested.
Now Pritchard drops back with that momentum hit as he released it, incomplete. Tyson Alu with the contact for the Bears. I've called his name a couple times today. Came into the game with 5 sacks, 8 tackles for loss.
Well, he's the motor guy. He's with Coach Bob Gregory. He's the guy that gets after everybody. Does it in a quiet way and is a leader by example. Married with 2 young children.
That cannot be easy as a college student. Pritchard to Ryan Whalen. 3 Bears bring him down to the ground at the 39. Dixon Thompson with the hits.
See right here, Tyson Alu coming, and the whole Cal Bear front 4 is coming. They know it's going to be passed, and again, I would love to see Stanford execute a little bit of a no-huddle here just to get something going.
You don't see that urgency as much as you should right now.
Absolutely not.
Down 27, under 11 and a half to go. Right Nice fake by Pritchard. He finally pitches it out to Howe. That was Lucas with the pitch, who came on momentarily. Alex Lucas, the sophomore, seen a lot of time at quarterback as well. More of a running threat. That's why you saw him break out to the left.
Certainly Cal knows that when he comes into the ball game.
Pritchard back on at quarterback. Pursued by two Bears. Heaves it out of bounds. Incomplete.
You see, when you see linemen look at each other, then look back at the quarterback, then look around, it's a blown assignment. And it was a miscommunication. I think they tried to set up the screen pass to Toby Gerhart. Gerhart fell down. Nothing was there. Pritchard did a good job of throwing it away past the line of scrimmage so he would not get the intentional grounding.
3rd and 8 at the 37 for Stanford. Every possession paramount now for the Cardinal to get points. Pritchard steps forward. He's going to run it, and he's going to... He dropped himself a little early, Chris. We'll send it to Times Square Studios. Matt Weiner with an update. Hi, Matt.
Hey, Rob, SportsCenter right now, powered by Vizio, and check this out. Syracuse has beaten Notre Dame. Cameron Dantley to Dante Davis with 42 seconds left. Brandon Walker's 53-yard field goal attempt came up short. And Syracuse, for lame duck coach Greg Robinson, has beaten the Irish 24-23 for their 3rd win of the season.
A nice win for Coach Robinson. And the questions will continue in South Bend. Pritchard to his fullback, Josh Catron. And out of bounds to stop the clock. 10 minutes exactly left in the 111th edition of the big game.
You know, I think that Jim Harbaugh right now, what he's doing is evaluating his guys. It's something they can hang their hat on going into the offseason. Well, how'd you perform in the big game in the 4th quarter when we were out of it? And right now his guys are responding and not quitting, and that's part of changing the culture, which he is continually trying to do.
And again, this is the final regular season game for Stanford. They came in needing a victory here to become bowl eligible. Pritchard to the left, kind of underthrown his man Whalen a little bit. Whalen comes up with it. Flag on the play.
And they're going to get a little rough in the passer, so they're going to add yardage to this on Alu.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 44, defense. The penalty will be added to the end of the run. 1st down.
There's Alu right there coming inside. Does a good job on a stunt, an X stunt, which he exchanges positions with his partner inside. Oh, I don't know. I mean, you know, that's the way it is now. I mean, we got to accept it. The sooner I accept the fact that if you bump a quarterback and he goes flying, I'll be able to live with myself.
Quit making it tough on yourself.
Yeah,
just
I got to
accept it. Move on, yeah.
Jared Allen got fined $25,000 for dancing with Aaron Rodgers.
1st and goal at the 10. Alex Lucas at quarterback. And gives it Gerhart. Another touchdown for Stanford. They are still alive. They will not go quietly into the Berkeley afternoon.
And good for them. And they're fighting. And you see the offensive line is blocking. And the deceptive quickness of Toby Gerhart with great balance and great feet. Nice cutting ability for a guy 230 pounds. That's not easy to do.
This to pull within 20 and 3 touchdowns. So a lot of time left on this clock. 9:14 remains. But he misses the extra point.
Wow.
Zachary, a huge miss. Stanford still alive.
You're watching ESPN College Football on ABC, presented by Best Buy.
This older gentleman comes up to me and he was like, my grandkids have moved away. Their father is a missionary in Africa. And I said, how would you like to see your grandkids opening their presents as they're opening their presents Christmas Day? And I showed him webcams and he just kind of looked at me and he was like, webcam? what's a webcam? You can see them and you can talk to them. He was just amazed. He had no idea that technology could work like that. It was awesome.
Hi, we're here for Sign Then Drive.
Hi.
I just leased a Passat for no money down. She wants one too. Or a Jetta. A Passat. A Jetta. A Passat. A Jetta. A Passat.
Our new computer can match you to the perfect Volkswagen. Then you drive it away.
Signature reveals a need for safety and individuality. Perfect match.
A Passat.
Jetta.
This event is getting very interesting.
Sign Then Drive is back. We select 2009 models for 0 down, 0 due at signing, and no first month's payment.
It's what the people want.
Hope I don't miss work this Christmas.
Yeah, how will you pay for things like food, electricity?
Dental bills.
Gadzooks! You need a backup plan. That's why we have Aflac.
So I'll have cash to help pay bills.
Right, but what if you're still not better by Christmas?
Aflac, ask about it at work. Rudolph's better. But now Blitzen's sick.
Scientific tests show that when one drinks Dr. Pepper slowly, one can truly relish the 23 flavors. Would that we could savor all our relationships, much as the conductor savors his chorale nocturna, slowly. Comments, caller?
Only one, Fraser. You never savored me slowly.
Well, Lilith, I guess I finally found the right icy doctor.
Fraser, I don't...
Slower is better. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
In just one day, the 2008 American Music Awards, live tomorrow on ABC.
There's a live look at Tightwad Hill. You know it's a rivalry game, Chris, when no one leaves no matter what the score. They're not even leaving Tightwad Hill.
No.
Tightwad Hill's packed.
I like it.
Free view. And no one has left Memorial Stadium as well. And even when this was a blowout a while ago, folks could have been tempted, but good reason to stay.
You know, I'd run the onside kick again. Zagori did a great job of kicking that high hopper. Now, the only difference is Cal has their hands team, which all the guys with good hands on the football team that can catch the ball, they now move up to the front line. The second part of the line is designed to catch the ball. The first part of the line, the front of the line, are blockers. There it is.
Here it comes.
Too high.
Huge hop. But loose ball and recovered by Cal. Well, they gave themselves a chance, didn't they?
Just a little far, though. The first one wasn't as far. That one was a little bit more lengthier than height-wise, which allowed Cal to get there and recover.
Number 34, Shane Vereen with the recovery. He's had a solid game tonight. The Texas Tech Red Raiders continue their solid season. It's a tough one. They're at number 5, Oklahoma. Live coverage, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC. Saturday Night Football presented by Southwest Airlines as part of Rivalry Week presented by Samsung Mobile on ABC. Texas Tech still trailing Alabama in the BCS standings. Alabama off this week. Best maybe a yard as we take a look at our ESPNU All-State Standings review. And next up for Alabama, Auburn on the 29th.
Yeah, the Iron Bowl. That's a great game. Great rivalry.
Florida just waxed Citadel. They continued to steamroll through the last 3 quarters of this season. Notre Dame next up for USC. Again, Notre Dame falling at home to Syracuse today.
And the second week in a row where Charlie Weiss called the plays. Get some defense.
Riley to Best beyond midfield. Sean Weiser, the freshman from Thousand Oaks, California, with the tackle for Stanford.
It's a good job of Sean Weiser. Why? It's not an ordinary tackle. When Best broke the one previous series where California scored, Weiser had a chance to get the tackle on him, came in too low. Best gave a little hop step over the top of his hands and off to the promised land. That time Weiser came in a little bit higher, a wiser decision, and was able to stop Best.
Best now with 193 rushing yards, 7 to tie his career best of 200 is needed. That one too hot and too high. Tucker, the intended target, man down for Stanford. Looks like it's Osai.
I thought Osai had a chance to get a pick six right there. Had a good break on the football, but Ran Tucker's a big man to go through. Had a good break on the ball. Let's see, both of them are in the air. Boy, nice vertical, Osai. You see the left ankle.
Left knee, that whole left leg locked up on landing.
Looked like his knee locked and his ankle gave.
That is not a good combination.
He's a solid defender, too. Hopefully, it's this part right there and not the knee. Right now, they're doing the lock test on him. Make sure that knee is stable.
So we'll step away as they continue to look at Osai. 37-16 Cal.
Hi, welcome to Sign the Drive.
So we could lease the Jetta or the EOS for nothing down?
With just a signature.
How do we decide?
Our new computer can match your signature to the Volkswagen that's right for you.
Swollen loops indicate a nurturing personality and an appetite for two. Perfect match? Rutan.
I thought I felt nauseous.
Oh my, more Rutan babies.
Sign then Drive is back. We select 2009 models for 0 down, 0 due at signing, and no first month's payment.
It's what the people want.
Get a lot of choice for a little cash. Change for a change and you get it fast. And over 79, 89, 99, over 79, 89,
The Liberty Mutual Coach of the Year Award is given to the college football coach in each division who delivers results while demonstrating sportsmanship, integrity, responsibility, and excellence both on and off the field. Go to coachoftheyear.com and vote for the coach you think deserves to win in 2008.
Black hot half cup of coffee, please.
Excuse me?
Can I get black coffee?
Black coffee.
Thank you.
Where to go?
Feed more legs, please.
What?
They got to feed you more legs, please.
English. Got it. How does that make you feel?
Oh, this is bollocks.
What?
That's disturbing, Ozzy.
Make yourself heard with the full QWERTY keyboard Samsung Propel.
The medical staff at Stanford continuing to look at senior quarterback Waipamo Osai. Helped off the field, putting very little, if any, pressure on that left leg.
Helped off the field by head coach Jim Harbaugh. You know he's a special young man in his head coach's eyes if he's going to take an arm and help him get off the field.
Brian Anger on to punt for Cal. This is just his third punt of the game. His first two went 76, and then he took a little off the second one and went 75. Towering punt. Fair catch called and caught at the 8 by Doug Baldwin. 41-yard punt. So that's going to hurt his average for the day. His average coming in was 43. Really impressive freshman.
7:36 to go. Down 21. Maybe they'll get the no huddle going here. At least at the very least, you'll slow down that pass rush from Cal because it's difficult to keep pass rush. The only guy that can keep up the tempo, in my opinion, is Zach Follett from the outside.
Pritchard unleashes one, and is that caught by Whalen? Well, that'll move the chains quickly.
But what helps if you're only bringing 3 and 4, and if you're playing zone defense is what you're doing. See, they're only bringing 3 pass rushers. Well, that does a nice job of moving his feet, avoiding any pressure, and Whalen lays out. And you're playing zone defense. The #1 rule, if you're in zone and you're in the middle, deep as the deepest. That time Whalen got behind the zone.
Whalen's 5th reception for 70 yards. Pritchard across the middle. Is this one going to be whistled incomplete? Intended for Austin Gunder. And for an update on Osai, we go downstairs to Jessica.
Well, it's definitely his left knee. He hyperextended it, definitely grimacing in pain. They just want to do an x-ray to make sure it's nothing's broken. But they said as of now, it's fairly stable. They just want to get him in, make sure.
Stable's a good word to be associated with the knee.
Yeah, and you saw his ankle roll a little bit down there, too. Let's see if the tactics change for Cal. Instead of dropping 3, maybe they'll bring more rushers.
2nd and 10 at the 46. Fake the give. Pritchard again looking deep, wobbly ball, and caught by the tight end, Kobe Fleener. And the tight ends have been very active. 24-yard pickup for Stanford.
That's a heck of a play by Fleener because he was losing his balance, and he regained his balance right when the ball came. It's a great job of focus and concentration and keeping your feet. Nice ball by Pritchard in between coverages.
Cardinal tight end, 7 receptions for 104 yards today. Pritchard going to the air again. Pursuit from behind, gets it off in the nick of time. And Gerhart with the reception. Gerhart's 2nd catch of the game.
Yeah, right here, you'll see him. Stumble, 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 stumble. Oh, wait, I got to get my hands up. And does a great job of adjusting his hips. And getting back to the ball. Kobe Fleener, make a play, young man.
Kobe, the freshman from Lamont, Illinois, showing up big time at the big game. Pritchard looking left, looking down the middle, picked off, horrible pass. Devin Bishop, the junior from San Francisco, with the 2nd interception for Cal today. Rather, Michael Muhammad with the pick.
Well, this is a great job of Michael Muhammad getting depth in his drop. You see him right there. Look, he's not buying time with his eyes, just reading the quarterback's eyes, not getting fooled, and stepping into the throwing lane. And this is what I like. Catches the ball outside his body with his hands and tries to turn into a running back. He's been a big-time player. Plays a lot of plays, the leading tackler for Cal, and he doesn't start the ball game, but he subs for everybody, so he ends up playing most of the game.
His 2nd pick of the season, backs up everybody at linebacker. Came into the game with 71 tackles, as Chris alluded to, tops on the team. And there's Best looking to go over 200 today. There's Osai with the ice bag on, being carted off.
You don't like to see that. I mean, in the big game, in your rivalry game, you play your heart out.
And as a senior.
Yeah, as your senior year. There's nothing to be ashamed of, young man. You'll bounce back.
One more update on Osai. We go down to Jessica.
Oh, you can see that look on his face. It's definitely hurting, and they said that it's looking like a possible tibia fracture now. They're going to get an x-ray to make sure, but they think it's a possibility it might be broken.
You see that injury at first, Chris, and you're thinking, you know, you don't need x-rays, you need an MRI. And now, when you start talking about that, whole different component.
You know, well, I guess if there's, I mean, obviously both of them are tough injuries, right. But I don't know, I think I'd better go with a fracture than an ACL, MCL, or reconstruction.
A little simpler rehab. And Best has gone over 200. He's at 201 yards career day for the sophomore, Javid Best. Best will take a blow. Shane Vereen is in. Quick pass. Boateng hasn't been all that instrumental in the offense today for Cal. The Florida transfer who came over. The team's leading receiver coming into this game. Had a touchdown last week. That's just his first grab of the game.
Well, if you have anything resembling a pump block,
now's the time.
Run it here. You need points, and you need points fast.
Brian Anger has had a monster game in the punting position. This is just his 4th punt of this game. He's had 2 over 75 yards alone. Stanford came after him. He was able to get it off. Takes a good bounce. And continues to roll inside the 20. ...49-yard punt. And The big game is played for the Axe, and the crew is assembling themselves to commandeer the Axe and bring it back to Berkeley. Stanford won it last year at home. Cal had won the big game 5 consecutive times, outscoring Stanford 152-49 until last year's 2013 Cardinal victory. And you hear the pop in the crowd right now. They realize the Axe is approaching. Pritchard is thrown to the turf. 4th sack of the afternoon for the Cal defense, and again it's Zach Follett.
He's a senior. And going out on a big note, Zach Follett just beats him with speed off the corner and comes high, trying to rip the ball out. I think he might have a future. I don't know if he's going to have a future as a defensive end, but a stand-up outside linebacker in a 3-4 defense, which he's really flourished under this 3-4 defense of Coach Gregory.
Saw the Axe making its way along the sideline. Not many people in the normal everyday world really want to see an Axe approaching them, I'll be honest with you. Picked off again. 3rd interception of the day for the Cal defense. They now have 21 for the season, tied for most with Boston College. Marcus Ezef with the pick. So another interception, and the Axe is all but a done deal, Jessica. It's staying with Cal.
Rob, we talked about this rivalry, and it's face-to-face right now. You have fans screaming the Axe is being prepared to be handed over, and it's nothing but a stare down over here. But the Berkeley fans were screaming as the Axe appeared, "We want the Axe," and they are yelling, and they're upset. This is definitely not, this isn't fun and games. This is definitely a rivalry, that's for sure.
It's like a transfer of power.
Yes, I like it.
An inauguration. Get everybody assembled here, nice and peaceful. And Cal's season is not done. This will be their 7th win, so they'll go to 7-4 and 5-3 in the Pac-10. They still have a date at home versus Washington. That's on December 6th, and the way Washington has played this year, I don't want to say it's an easy win, but it should be a victory, right? Well, so it should put them at 8-4, and all of a sudden, this is looking like a wonderful season for Cal, particularly if you can get a bowl win and go to 9-4.
Yeah, and it's a lot of credit to Jeff Tedford and stability that he's brought to this program. And Jim Harbaugh will bring that to Stanford. I think if he does sign that 3-year extension, it's just what the program needs.
Give to Vereen, and Stanford Axe still in the hands of Stanford. The Axe was actually unveiled on the eve of an 1899 baseball game between the two schools. Stanford students used the Axe on a straw man dressed in blue and gold at a pregame pep rally, and during the game, blue and gold ribbons were cut into pieces with the Axe, and the Axe was used to chop wood, signifying a good play.
Chopped up a straw man.
Yeah, take that straw man.
I wonder if Jessica ever won the Axe playing for Stanford. Softball. They share Axe in all the sports, or just the football?
I think it's just football.
Started with baseball. I like it.
Trying to squirt through. All right, Jessica, what is the latest on the Axe situation down there?
This is definitely a situation, to say the least. I mean, we got high security, and no one is smiling. And the thing is they're tied to the Axe. The Stanford Axe Committee is tied to the Axe, and they're kind of tether it across when they get it to Cal. So this is very serious business down here.
What's tying them together? Are we talking rope here? Chains?
It's kind of like a device that you couldn't break through with anything. So it's pretty interesting how serious they're taking, especially there's no smiles down here.
Yeah. Get in there, Jessica. Go get them, man.
We're in a make love, not war territory, aren't we? Kind of confused here. This is one of my favorite stories about this rivalry. A group of Stanford students added to the big game lore by stealing the Axe at Cal's annual Axe Rally. We're going back to 1930 here, Chris. The Axe, which had been in a bank vault for 31 years, was now in possession of what they call the Immortal 21. When the students returned to campus, the celebration began, and this is what I love. Classes were canceled for 2 days. 2 days, because the Axe got moved. You don't see too many college campus presidents canceling classes for 2 days due to a football game anymore.
He's got his priorities right.
Yes, he does. You might be that chancellor. Stanford D holds on 2nd and 4.
I love it that Tedford's running the play. He's running the football. You know, it's not Cal's job to stop Cal. That's it. Look, the Stanford guys are coming over looking for the axe. Big Rulon doesn't know where to go. Down here, Rulon. Take a right.
5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hand over the axe. Let the celebration begin in Berkeley.
The players are in there. Give me the axe. I just heard them. The players want to hold it. They're the new committee.
Yeah, who are the guys that took it at first? I mean, what have they done to earn this axe? And the fans swarm the field here at Memorial Stadium. The 111th edition of the big game goes to Cal, their 45th victory in this series. Today's Chevrolet players of the game from California. Javid Best, 201 rushing yards, a career day for him. On the Stanford side, junior running back Toby Gerhart. Gerhart, 19 carries for 103 yards. Our final score here from Berkeley. Cal Golden Bears win it 37-16. For Chris Spielman, Jessica Mendoza, and our entire crew, I'm Rob Stone. So long from Berkeley. Here's John, Craig, and Doug in the Times Square studio.
John Saunders back here in our studios in New York. The Cal Bears go to 7-4. Stanford fails to become bowl eligible. Right now, we want to take you out to some bonus coverage. Enjoy.
Quarterback getting a lot of help from his offensive line, one of the best offensive lines in the country, and an experienced group of wide receivers making plays down the football field. Gunnell, Robinson.
You got the signal, and David, right now they're talking out at the 18, the officials. Take a look at something.
If he scored, it was a second effort. He did not get across the plane on that first thrust. Looked like he got some help too from a couple teammates.
Chris Crane out with the broken collarbone.
I don't think there's enough there to reverse this call.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown.
So it's a 1-point lead for the Eagles. Jim Grobe, his team's still alive here. He's got Riley Skinner to try to take him down the field and still alive for the Atlantic Division title. But what a drive by BC to take the lead. And going for 2. Harris, Powers won't stop, fighting his way, gets there. Man, second effort both on the touchdown and now on the conversion. And the lead is 3.
We saw a lot of this last week. How many times did we see Harris working against the Florida State defensive front? Talented players up front for the Seminoles, and he just wouldn't quit, carrying defenders, stepping through tackles. Jeff Jagodzinski has to be very proud about the way his team reacted. You know, that 3rd and 5 completion, Terry, the ball over the shoulder on the flat route to Brandon Robinson, that was a big play. That would have forced a huge decision by Coach Jags on whether they go. They're only at about their own 35-yard line. Robinson made 3 big catches on that drive, and Gunnell, a real game changer, coming back to the football to beat G for the catch.
And take nothing away from that man, Dominique Davis, who he left it on the turf a couple of times. He struggled throughout the game. They haven't moved the football at all in the second half until the last drive.
Well, you really have to give it to Dominique Davis. A kid coming off the bench cold in the biggest situation of the year on the road. And this is a Wake Forest team that won the ACC 2 years ago. Minute 12 left. Plenty of time for Riley Skinner to get Sam Swank in range.
And the 2 timeouts. Washington, Brown back deep at their own 17-yard line. Good read in the air. Devon Brown from his own 10. Breaks through across the 30, and they will start at the 32-yard line. So Riley Skinner, the junior, who's thrown for over 6,000 yards in his career. A couple of late drives this year for game winners. 5 in his career, trying to do it again for Wake Forest to keep them alive in the race for the Atlantic Division title.
And if there's a silver lining in Boston College scoring on first down, Wake Forest kept 2 timeouts.
Here we go. Out of the gun is Skinner. Steps up. Throws on the run. Got a man. It's Bolden across midfield. And all of a sudden, he's to the 45 of BC. 6 catches for DJ Bolden. That's a big one.
Throwing daggers. Riley Skinner is so slick with his feet, moving in the pocket, and to take a little bit off that throw on the corner route, impressive.
Gain of 26, 1st and 10. Skinner under pressure this time, breaks through. Gonna run it and get out of bounds at the 40. Raji was in there first to flush him out of the pocket.
This looks a lot like last week against North Carolina State. The game on the line. Last week, Wake Forest needed a touchdown to win. We mentioned at the top, Riley Skinner doing everything he could on that drive, making all the plays to put his team in position to win. Once again this week, Terry, he's got him in positive territory.
And again this week, for the first time, remember, they've got Sam Swank. Going behind Bolden, who tried to one-hand it. Swank with the quad injury, missed from 47 earlier.
And right now at about the 39-yard line, they'd be looking at least a 56-yarder.
Yeah.
And I think you're in 4-down territory here. And Riley Skinner has to be thinking that way. Steve Labotsky, the offensive coordinator, treating his playbook the same.
Plenty of time for Skinner. Can't find anyone open. Throws on the run, incomplete. He had 2 men out there, as a matter of fact. Wooster was the tight end, maybe the man he was gunning for.
Yeah, and I think the key there was that Boston College did a great job up front with their front 7. They forced Riley Skinner to retreat on the roll instead of allowing him to stay flat or gaining ground, and that took a lot off the throw. Once again, Mark Herzlich. What a game he's had.
And with the injury to Swank, you don't really think about it here.